So it means that I'm looking at this breaker. If I'm short, I'm having my stop losses about there. I'm having my stop losses about there, and then the first target is at least to 30 pips. But this is not the trade I want. At least to 30 pips, it will gravitate to 30 pips around there, right? Let me first take a picture of that. This is not a trade I would take personally. It's not a trade I want to take, but I saw it, pull it out, and maybe take out these lows, having to gravitate lower. Remember, I'm having to look at the M30. The M30 having to trade somewhere in between this range, and then we have a rejection somewhere. We have a rejection somewhere around the mid range. Understand? So this right here is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for buy trades. So they reacted off this breaker a little bit, traded into it, reacted off. They're reacting off nicely. And now flying into the sunlight. Some pips, not really so much. But I'm looking at it having to create a low, a significant low, and a high somewhere, and take it out, and then they take out the high. Then I'm good to go. Remember the DXY. I'm looking at the DXY having to trade into the mid range of this breaker right here, and then create the low. For example, now this low they just made right there. That low they just made right there. That they have to take it out. They have to take out this high. Go for this, for the main threshold of this. Remember, we're in the London Q zone apparently, and price points are really significant. Price levels are really significant. So we look at pricing that kind of narrative. You understand that? I'm not looking at buy trades. I'm in sell trades right now. This is the breaker right there. But I was giving a little insight that if you're going to go short, you place your stops right above there, and then you have your targets on the But I don't want to be on that side of the market right now. I want to be on the side of the market where I want to hold a trade for a good time. This is the Asian low. This is the Asian low right there. Right there. So they made this high. If they take out that high, a retracement back into it will give me what? Will give me a protection to go higher. Understand? So DXY is having a little. It's not really doing that much like how I'm anticipating it to do. It made this low already. It means that they're trading for this main threshold of this breaker right here. If they trade up to it, whatever price action they leave behind here, but they have to leave the price action that they can rely on. They have to leave it. So as time goes on, they're going to keep on printing the lows and highs, the lows to break them, and the highs maybe to hold them. So likely on the same scenario on GBPUSD, if we head down to the M1, we can really see what exactly is going on. So this is the Asian low, Asian high. They took out the Asian low, but next they could be possibly taking out the Asian high. But I want to be versatile. I don't want to be missing the move right now. I don't want to be missing. So I'm looking at that narrative on the DXY. The DXY gives me the bigger insight. The DXY takes out this low. The DXY takes out this low, and GBPUSD takes out this high. This low on the DXY is this high on the GBPUSD. You'll understand that. Is that high on the GBPUSD? So as they try to trade and bring the new levels, this high right here is very important for my price action, because as they break this high, they have to pick up this high as well. Understand? But they already took out the Asian low right here. It means that DXY is already pushing higher. Who is speaking to me right now? Who wants to speak to me? All right. I had someone speak. All right, let's proceed. So DXY pushes to the main threshold of this level right here. DXY pushes to the main threshold of this level right here. And then what else? This low very important for my price action. That's the high I'm looking at for GBPUSD. So I'm looking at it in this kind of way. They take out this high, they retrace to give me an entry. On the retracement is where what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at the entry. You'll understand that. So on the retracement is where I'm looking at the what at the entry, right? Yeah. I don't just enter without no confirmations. But then if I say that my trade would likely be taken out given the fact that it's Friday and the market rush is on. Market rush is on 20 close a week. Then I could look at this breaker right here. I'm looking at that before time, right? Yeah, I'm looking at that before time. So price comes and takes out this, pushes and takes out this high. I retrace back into this level. We have my long trade. Retracement into that level, I'll have my long trade right there, and then I'll have my stops on the immediate level they just created. That would be a 7 pip stop. But remember, it has to break this high. At least it has to break that high, and then I'll have my targets at least 40 pips up there, and I won't be pretty for that. Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm looking at. But this is only valid if they take out this high, and that high is this low on the DXY right here, right? So I use DXY so much. I use DXY so much with my analysis because this DXY never lies to me. Never really does lie to me. So that's why we're having this is kind of fishy because we're seeing DXY pushing and we're having GBPUSD doing what? Rising. They don't rise at the same time. GBPUSD has to be dropping. At this time, GBPUSD has to be dropping. You understand? But then it looks like they are just stubborn elements. They're just stubborn elements that we have to deal with right now. So looking at the buy trade, let me first save that. This has to be taken out. Retracement gives me my what? Retracement gives me my what? My entry. So depending on how deep the retracement may be, it gives me the what? It gives me the position size that I have to log into the market. Understand? Okay, so this low is very important for my stop, but because I'm using a pro farm right now, it means that the spreads are tight and I'm so comfortable with having my stop right here, this low. Understand? But the long trade is only valid if they take out this high, right? For attacking the Asian high as well. This intermediate low, this intermediate high. This is the low right here on DXY. So main threshold. I really wanted to see those guys. Trade here. But given the fact that they're already inside the region that I was anticipating, right, we could look at that area. This is the M30. This is the M30 breaker. Let me give you a heads up a little bit. This is the DXY. The M30 breaker right here. This bullish candle, this bearish candle, this black bearish candle on the M30 is what I was highlighting. But I usually like to print the whole range. So yesterday we saw DXY. Yesterday we saw DXY do what? Take this without having any rejections in it. They didn't have any rejections in it, so they are revisiting the area. They're revisiting the area, right? They're revisiting the area. At least half of it would be good for this fair value gap right here. Yeah, that fair value gap right here on the M30, and then trade lower. Trade lower. So what do I look at right now? I look at GBPUSD diving, something like this. Then now they created this high, which is also going to be very important for my price action. You'll understand that. So as they are pushing higher, GBPUSD is pushing lower. As DXY is pushing what? As DXY is pushing higher, GBPUSD is pushing lower. So it means that this price leg, this entire price leg is important for the price action. But then remember, it only has to be printed through time. So the main threshold of this area right here to the fair value gap, I don't know if you guys know how to do the fair value gap. Sorry, I know. can't be teaching you that. ICT does that. Don't. This we have a leg up right here. I just have not really having to fill it in straight all the way. If we look at the M5, this is the low. This is the low right here, right? Yeah. They already took out the Asian high for the DXY. Let me annotate it. Asian high. Yeah. Actually, let me put that thing in the middle of it. That was the Asian high, DXY Asian high. So this low is really important. They take out that low because given the fact that they are trading into this break at the M30 break, looking at this low having to get taken out, and then gravitating lower. This skyrocketing is fishy because how they open right there on that candle, they just had to take out that high for what? For prophylaxis. I don't know, yeah, something like that. And GBPUSD had to just take out this low right here, the Asian low for prophylaxis, and that's what we're going to do about that. Yeah, something like that. They just took out that. So that's my template. This low is very important. This high is not really important because it's the M1. If I'm looking at the M5, if I'm looking at the M1, I'm looking at this high getting taken out, and then a retracement back into that area will be my executive buy trade. So I'm not looking at short trades right now because I already gave you the heads up. That if they were going to trade lower, of course I had to push real huge candles, very huge candles. But that's not the agenda, and it's truly evident right now. That's not the agenda, and it's really evident right now. So GBPUSD taking out this high, DXY taking out this low, right? GBPUSD pushed this huge candle right lower. So we just have to hang in there and see. Hang in there and see this side get taken out. I retracement back gives us an entry for what? For 40 minutes at least. At least for that. And yeah.